COP26 is the United Nations Conference of the Parties. It focuses on climate change, entirely focuses on climate change, and obviously that's becoming a huge issue as we emerge from the COVID crisis into hopefully a green recovery. We're going to see global leaders descending on Glasgow to make some big decisions regarding climate change. It's very easy as a beef farmer to feel detached from something so globally significant, and COP26 is obviously going to focus on massive decisions on a global context. But the focus at the moment is targets and national targets to reduce emissions, and those targets will undoubtedly affect beef farming, affect farming in general. Many years ago it was predicted that climate change we would see in Scotland, we would see more extremes, and there's no doubt over the last 24 months we've seen some very extreme weather. We've seen extremely wet, extremely dry, we had a very dry cold spring, and all of these are having an impact on our farming systems, some of it positively and some of it negatively. We are going to have to adapt and change systems to be more resilient to changes in our weather and more unpredictable weather, with a loss of seasonality and a loss of predictability in our weather. In my opinion, it's quite clear that the main driver for climate change has been the burning of fossil fuels over the last 200 years since the Industrial Revolution. However, as ruminant systems, we do have a significant emission of methane, which is a greenhouse gas and an important greenhouse gas. We have a responsibility and an opportunity, I think, to make reductions and make efficiency savings in our businesses that allow us to be part of a global success story here and reduce emissions and mitigate climate change and become a more sustainable business, both in terms of climate change and in terms of financial sustainability. If we acknowledge we must reduce emissions, there's two ways we can do that. One is to reduce or eliminate the beef herd altogether, eliminate ruminants from the environment. Now, none of us want to see that, and to me the impact on landscape, economy and tradition, biodiversity would be vast and very negative. So the other option we've got is to become more efficient, and while farmers have been working for generations to become more efficient, it's now acutely important that we drive efficiency in our businesses. Now that's things as simple as improving calving percentages, improving fertility, improving feed conversion rates, and a myriad of other things. We also have technology now well and truly on our side, with a lot of exciting positive developments with regards to technology which are going to help drive efficiency and financial profitability as well in businesses. And also, as farmers and land managers, we have great opportunities to improve one of our most important global assets, which is soil. Soil's got the capacity to store a lot of carbon, and as farmers and land managers, we've got scope to grow more innovative crops, reinvigorate our peatland areas, and also plant trees. And we hear about planting trees on a daily basis. It doesn't necessarily mean planting hundreds of hectares of Sitka spruce. It's more about the right tree in the right place, and can we as farmers develop farming systems round about some tree planting, shelter belts, agroforestry. There's a lot of exciting developments in there, and well and truly allow us to have a resilient, profitable farm business alongside all of these carbon sequestration techniques. The climate change issue is often diluted down into targets, net zero, things like COP26. We see them in isolation, but this is a global issue and it affects every single person on the planet, and we all have a responsibility to make changes. Our farming systems have been changing for generations. We currently produce some of the best beef in the world, and we certainly produce the safest and most traceable beef in the world. Now's the time for us to rise to the challenge, adapt our businesses and become a world leader in low carbon beef production.